This is my favorite bag. It's a Celine micro luggage tote. I keep it on a chair because it's just so special. It's about $3,000 and I literally think of it as my own child. I have a Gucci bag right here. It's about $3,000.
And my favorite bag is one of those recycle bags because I can use them for groceries, I can use them to store things in. They're a great all-purpose bag. And mine only cost me a couple bucks. And if you think dropping a couple grand on a few purses is crazy, she probably went out and dropped a couple grand on that chair that the purse sits on. Because, you know, it's a pretty designer purse. It needs to be sitting on designer furniture too. That could be her logic, I would imagine.
When I'm in the clouds, that's that space shit. Elevated, I'm hella faded.
Hey everyone, it's Austy here, and for today's video, we're gonna take a look at a clip of the most spoiled 16-year-old girl ever. Like, this girl is so bad that her mother only wants to give her $1,000 a month for allowance, but she feels like a peasant if she only gets that much. But I mean, 2018 has been the wave of rich people, so let's see how this clip is.
My 16-year-old daughter, Nicolette, is extravagant, spoiled, and bratty. Nicolette is beyond entitled.
I have these two Chanel wallets. This one's my favorite because it really goes with this purse.
I have raised a true Beverly Hills brat.
Well, I'm sorry to say, but the only reason why she's bratty like this is because of your parenting style, mother. Like, when I was a kid, I was lucky to get a video game, a piece of candy, you know, something basic, not here's $2,500 for allowance and these nice Chanel wallets. Like, I'm happy with my $20 leather wallet that I've been having for the past few years.
I could definitely say we're quite affluent. My mom raised me with everything I've ever wanted, and she needs to continue. It's the only life I've ever known. Only life I've ever known.
Nicolette has always had the best of anything and everything.
Oh, you just gotta feel so bad for her, eh? She must continue this. It's the only style of life she knew. You know, you can change your life. You can change things in your life for the better, and I think you should do that.
I went to amazing schools. I had a driver, I had a nanny, personal trainers.
At a very young age, Nicolette had her own credit cards with absolutely no credit limit. Some months her credit card bills would be $10,000. I just paid the bill.
Must have been a pretty tough childhood for her. You know, getting everyone to do everything for you. You know, if she ever wants to go out on her own, you know, do things on her own, they'll probably have to hire people to teach her how to clean, you know, how to make your own food, how to do this, how to maintain that, how to pay this, because she's never done anything for herself.
Nicolette had an allowance of $5,000 a month to cover her expenses.
I love designer clothes and shopping on Rodeo Drive just because it's so fun. I have some $5,000 Chanel bags, a couple of those.
Could you imagine just getting $5,000 in 1 month and spending it all on one purse? You know, most people save up their allowance. They'll get like $5 for cleaning or something like that when they're younger, and they'll save it up for a few years. Could you imagine if this girl actually did that and saved up $5 grand for a few months or even a few years, how much money she would have? But nah, would rather, you know, spend it all at once on, you know, a fancy purse.
This is my favorite bag. It's a Celine micro luggage tote. I keep it on a chair because it's just so special. It's about $3,000 and I literally think of it as my own child. I have a Gucci bag right here. It's about $3,000.
And my favorite bag is one of those recycle bags because I can use them for groceries, I can use them to store things in. They're a great all-purpose bag. And mine only cost me a couple bucks. And if you think dropping a couple grand on a few purses is crazy, she probably went out and dropped a couple grand on that chair that the purse sits on. Because, you know, it's a pretty designer purse. It needs to be sitting on designer furniture too. That could be her logic, I would imagine.
In the past year, I probably have given her about $100,000. I don't even keep track anymore.
These are my favorite pair of heels. They're Valentinos. I love them so much. I really like this piece. It's Louis Vuitton. I know I'm a spoiled brat, but I enjoy the lifestyle, you know? People are gonna hate on me, but they wish they were me.
I honestly don't wish I was you. Having people do everything for me, I just wouldn't feel right. But then again, I wasn't raised to be a spoiled brat. And to add on top of that, if my parents were to dish out almost 100 grand to me, it just wouldn't feel right. That's my parents' money they're working for. But to this girl, she just wants more and more and more. She doesn't want to give anything back. She just wants more and more in her favor.
I realized I had to start cutting back because this is really out of control. That went over just like a ton of bricks.
Now my spending allowance per month is $1,000. I feel like a peasant. I feel like a peasant.
Yeah, because a free $1,000 every month for doing nothing, yeah, you must feel like a peasant. Could the word entitled be any more perfect to define her? Like, you want the definition of entitled? Just watch this clip. How can you honestly be complaining if your mom's just willingly giving you $1,000 for no reason? Like, there's no reason to complain. That's awesome. If you're smart with that money, it could go a long way for the month. But no, gotta buy those nice designer purses that are $5,000. Gotta buy this, gotta buy that, gotta spend, spend, spend. Life isn't about spending money all the time. It's called saving, being smart with it. Just a little advice.
I can't live like this anymore. I'm always out of money. If you ask me, I think my mom should be giving me at least $2,500 a month just to cover my basic expenses.
That doesn't seem like basic expenses if you ask me. $2,500 for 1 month of expenses? If you were to ask me, your mom should be giving you zero and you should be going out to get a job, like every other person that works for their money.
I need money to buy clothes. I need money to buy shoes. My mom just doesn't get it.
She'll blow through $1,000 a week and then tell me that she's broke and she needs more money.
Because having a full closet of designer clothes isn't good enough, you know? Gotta keep it up to date and buying fresh clothes because those ones are getting too old. They're a few weeks old, Mom. Come on. I bet a lot of people would love to have a closet full of designer clothes because if you don't want them, some other people will take them. Like I'm still wearing some clothes that I used to wear in high school.
When my mom refuses to give me money, I make her life a living hell. I have my ways.
My daughter totally guilt trips me. I just don't want to deal with the drama, so I just give in and give my bratty daughter everything she wants.
My mom refers to me as a Beverly Hills brat. It's true, I'm a brat, and I'm not gonna change. It's true, I'm a brat, and I'm not gonna change.
So in other words, you probably act out and start crying and acting like an immature little kid until you get your money. That's just my guess because a lot of these spoiled brats are that way. They don't get what they want, so they have to make everyone else's life a living hell. Well, guess what? Welcome to life. You don't get everything you want. But if there's one person that can change her, change her ways, that will be Dr. Phil. Because the mom gives in after a certain amount of time, you know, she holds her ground, but eventually she gives in. And the daughter's a spoiled brat. So Dr. Phil, you will have your work cut out for you. You gotta do some digging and some research. But that's all we got for today's video. I'm gonna head out and go call my mom and see if she'll give me $5,000 for the hell of it. If you did enjoy, make sure to smack that like button. And if you enjoy my overall content, make sure to hit that subscribe button as it really helps me out. But I hope you all have an amazing day. And this is Austy signing out.